Yes, guys, hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to the Matchday 5 Deadline live stream. Now, before we kick things off, I have to be real with you. I shouldn't be on this live stream, to be honest. I've got so much to do today, but we can't stop when YouTube is on. So I thought, opportunity, I'm going to go on for 20 minutes. Guys, honestly, I should not be on here right now. If anybody knew about this, it would be bad. So I just want to keep it updated. I had to get on here because, look, I have to try and answer some questions. So I promised I'd do a live stream, but I wasn't meant to be on here really. So I'm setting an alarm. I'm going to set a 20-minute alarm because I can only be on here for 20 minutes max. So we're just going to smash through a Q&A and I'm going to go through my team, get it all done. I apologize for people if you've been waiting for me to get on. I am sorry, but look, I'm going to set this alarm right now. We've got 20 minutes to fly through everything. So if you've got questions, get them in the comment section, get them in the chat, and I'll be sure to answer them. I apologize. I look in absolute state. It's been a crazy day, but we're here. We always turn up. It's never the motto. I don't have a motto on this channel, but let's call it a motto here for now. So first up, get your questions in the chat. I want to make sure I answer them. And enough of me being on the screens. Let's get up my team because I have made the transfers. So I've done my 3 free transfers. Anyone that's been following the channel will know that I've avoided my wildcard. I have made 3 moves. Marc Guy has been sold for Jules Koundé. I do rate France defensively, so I wanted a piece of that defense. I've ended up selling Sabitzer for Xavi Simons because, end of the day, I think Netherlands have the best fixture and Sabitzer is eliminated from the competition. Lastly, got rid of Alvaro Morata. I know he's starting, but I just felt like I wanted Gakpo in this team because he's going to destroy my rank if he does well. So he's in the team and also a captaincy option for the final day. If you just got in here, guys, hope you're well. I've set a 20-minute timer for the stream because I really cannot be long on here. So let's get through the questions. Those are my moves. And if it doesn't deserve a like, what does deserve a like? So please do drop a like on the stream if you haven't already. So cheeks to my friend. Hope you're doing well. Chris, as always. Eric. Hope you're doing well. Sam. Saka replacement for 8.5 million, but not Simmons, Gundogan, Williams, or Musiala because I already got them. And would it be worth a -4? Well, look, I'd keep Saka. I don't think it's worth it at all for a -4. Keep Bukayo Saka in your team and hope he delivers. Cheeks out, I'm very well, mate. Just a little bit rushed recently. It's been very busy today, but I really had to get on here. I felt obliged, and I love doing these streams for you guys. So hopefully it is providing just a tiny bit of value for you all. Who is the best England defender? Do we reckon Trent will play? Sounds like Trent will play, but I can't sit here and say 100% sure he will start, but it sounds like he will. Now, who is the best defender? I think Trent elevates himself as one of the best defenders, but we should be concerned that he might come off around the 60th minute potentially. So I would probably say if you want to be safe, go John Stones. If you want to be a bit more high risk, I think Trent is your man. I think the cheapest will be Konsa, and if you have to save funds, I think Konsa now will be a safe pick based on the rumoured moves going round. My captaincy pick is going to be Musiala, but I can't lie, I think there are a lot of very good options. I'm not going to say there's any incredible options because the fixtures are very tough today. And let's be real, from a football perspective, fixtures are incredible. So really excited for them. But what I will say is I don't think there's any incredible standout fixture. Is Sané worth it? Well, let's get the team up a minute. Let's get the team. Give me 2 seconds because the Germany team obviously has been announced considering they're kicking off in little under 40 minutes. So the team for you guys, as you can see on your screens here, main guys are starting. The big news, of course, David Raum keeps his place ahead of Mittelstadt. We've got Tar coming back into that team as a good 4.5 million defender if you need it. Musiala starts, Gundogan starts. No Florian Wirtz. Once again, Sané is in the team. And if you've watched my videos, you will know that I spoke about this. Spain, realistically, are in a position where they are going to dominate this game from a possession point of view. But I think Spain are really, really prone to transitions. And I think with ball carriers in the team like Musiala and Leroy Sané, if they isolate Rodri, I think they could be in a bit of trouble, Spain. So that is why I've captained Musiala, because I think the dribblers in this team are going to have a big impact on Spain in transitions. Obviously, Emre Can has come in as well in replacement for Andrik. So that is the Germany team. Do I think Leroy Sané is a good differential? I really do. One thing I would say is I do think he will be susceptible to an early substitution, so just be cautious of that one. Again, guys, if you are live on here, I have set a timer, unfortunately, for this stream because I am very, very much against the clock. 15 minutes left, but what I will say is if you are enjoying it, please do drop a like and, of course, smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Let me get back to my team a minute just so you're aware of what I have done. Simons, Fabian, or Bruno, I'd probably rank those right now as Simons 1 just because the fixture's good, Fabian Ruiz 2, Bruno Fernandes 3. William, I'm thinking of doing Gundogan to Simons. Thoughts? I don't mind it. The problem with Gundogan is he's clearly lost penalties to Havertz, which isn't ideal because I think we all thought Havertz was going to be the penalty taker. So with that unsaid, if you've got no other transfers that you need to make, I don't mind the move, but it's a very luxury move to make. Who should I pick between Rudiger or Akanji? I mean, Akanji is just a ball recovery monster. I think Spain are a very good attacking outfit. So I probably would more lean towards Akanji just because of England's deficiencies going forward. But I do love Rudiger as an option, but I probably would lean towards Akanji personally. And I think a lot of people would in general. Take out Ronaldo or Gundogan for Gakpo or Simons. Realistically, I think it's quite scary to get rid of Ronaldo, considering he is just obviously a fantastic player. Who do I prefer between Simons and Gakpo? I probably would do Gundogan to Simons personally. Yes, hopefully this is my team, guys, officially locked in, sorted. Miguel saying, is Trent starting? It sounds like he is, yes, based on the rumoured teams. But again, they're not kicking off until tomorrow, which is obviously not ideal if you are looking to buy in a differential England player. Neuer or Simons, I have both. I don't really get the question there just because they're very different positions. So let me know your thoughts on that. I don't really know. Maybe I have to elaborate on that question a little bit. Who do I captain, Musiala or Nico Williams 50-50? And that is exactly it, my friend. I think that is a very, very much a 50-50 call. Go with your gut feeling. I've got the exact same situation and I'm leaning towards Musiala, but I can't sit here and confidently say to you, Musiala is 100% better. I'm going to be real. I think it's incredibly close between the two. So I think you just go with your gut is feeling right now. Andreas. Oh, sell Morata or Gundogan. I personally had that decision and I sold Morata. But I could maybe look back at that and think that was a bad decision. Andreas, I need a defender and midfielder for 13.5 million. Is Musiala a must, do you think? I don't think he's a must. But for today, I do like him as an option, yes. Pedri with Rodrigo or Fabian Ruiz with Virgil. I prefer Ruiz with Virgil van Dijk myself. Simon or Costa to start today? Probably going to have to lean towards Costa, controversially. If you get plus 6 points from captain, are you holding? I think we'll be very close now. We need to remember, we only have 2 days in match day 5. So if you get 6 points, I think that's really on the cusp. Personally, I think I would twist still. 8 points, as we know, would be a stick. 7 would really test my nerve. 6, with the team that I have on the screens right now, with Kane as an option, with even defensive options like an Ake, I think I probably would twist with 6. Van Dijk or Carvajal? Van Dijk every day of the week for me. Germany will beat Spain. Would not be surprised at all with that result. -4 for Wirtz to swap with Simons. Now that Wirtz is bench, yes, I do think that is a good move. Is Mittelstadt to Virgil van Dijk worth a -4? Depends on the rest of your squad because, of course, you can have one player in your team that doesn't feature. It's not the end of the world. For a -4, if the rest of your team's looking a little bit woeful, then yes, I do think it would be worth a -4. Now that we have confirmation that you can see on your screens, Mittelstadt is confirmed to be on the bench. And obviously, we expect Van Dijk to start, so I do not mind the move at all if you need to make it. Just covering off some of the questions here, guys. Sorry, I've missed some of them. I'm stuck, my lad. Musiala, Nico, or Gundogan. Again, the one thing I will say is definitely Gundogan third on that list. It's between Musiala and Nico Williams. Honestly, flip a coin. I just think, personally, I'm leaning towards Musiala, but I honestly think it is a coin flip between the two on that one. Simons, Williams, or Xhaka, please answer. What is the question? Is it who to buy? If it's who to buy, Xhaka would definitely be bottom of the pile for me. So I'd probably lean towards Simons over Nico Williams myself. Captain Mbappe, Musiala or Williams. So for me, I would probably rank those as Musiala 1, Williams 2, Mbappe 3. But it has to be said, actually, now I look at it, Mbappe up against Portugal with a Cancelo who doesn't really have any regard for defending. Maybe Mbappe is the play. Look, I think I'm still going to go for the midfielder because I think midfielders just have so many more different avenues for points. But what I will say is maybe Mbappe needs another consideration with Cancelo being the one on his line who really is a phenomenal attacker, but at the detriment of him defensively. Ball recovery is key. I absolutely agree. I really would like to see the Fantasy Premier League introduce ball recoveries. It will make centre-backs who are considered quote-unquote boring normally very, very appealing in the game. And also defensive mids. I know Rodri is a bit of an anomaly because he did rack up a lot of goals and assists, but there's players out there who are brilliant players but not really FPL options. And if they did introduce ball recoveries, it would make them more interesting. Look, who the captain out of Nico Williams or Fabian Ruiz? I would lean towards Nico Williams myself. Mate, I'm stuck. Xhaka, I've covered that one. Frederick, you have probably answered it already, but Musiala or Nico as captain? Again, my friend, hopefully you've been tuning in. I think it's honestly a coin flip. I've got that decision and I'm going for Musiala, but I'm going to sit here and tell you right now, I honestly do not have a number one in this decision. I think both could do equally well. And that's why I'm just going to be totally honest with you. I don't actually have an absolute gut feeling where I'm like, this guy is your man. I do apologise on that one. Do I do Carvajal to Walker from -4 anyone? From -4 with the way that England are playing right now, I would probably just stick with Carvajal. Van Dijk or Carvajal? Van Dijk every day of the week. Should I remove? I've covered that one off. Can you switch captains between the two games today? No. So once you have locked in on, for example, a Spanish player, you can't move it to Mbappe, who plays at 8 p.m. UK time. You basically have one chance to twist your captaincy, and you can go to an England, Switzerland, Netherlands, or Turkey player. That's it, unfortunately. Whereas previous match days, we've had 4 opportunities to twist on captaincy because we have 4 separate days. It's all about the physical day rather than the fixtures. Kane or Mbappe for captaincy, I probably would still lean towards Mbappe because I do think up against Cancelo, he could cause some real problems. Kane, very difficult right now to just get a real gut feeling about him. Is it a good idea to play the wildcard for me? No, I've covered this a lot on videos. Please do check it out. I think I might have a screen here. Yeah, basically, for me, the reason why I'm not, you get 3 free transfers, and I think you can build a really good team without using the wildcard. And importantly as well, because of the match day 5 fixtures, loads of popular assets are going to be eliminated from the competition in the next 2 days. So even if you wildcard this week, you're going to want a piece of Spain, piece of Germany, maybe a bit of England and Switzerland. Half your team's getting eliminated. So I think keep your team as it is, use the free transfers, and then wildcard in match day 6, which will be the semi-finals with the teams that are still remaining in the competition. Let me get my team back up, guys. And again, we have got just under half an hour until the deadline. But if you did tune in at the start, I did have to set a deadline for this stream, which is going to be in 7 minutes time, just because of time restrictions today. So I do apologise, but please do drop your questions. I'll try and answer as many as I can, as always. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do consider doing so. I got a gut feeling, I don't know anything, but fantasy will be dropping either Sunday or early next week. So if you're interested in FPL alongside Euro Fantasy, this is the time to jump on the channel. If you thought the Euro Fantasy content was a lot, wait until Fantasy. There's going to be plenty of content coming during pre-season. If you want to get ahead of your mates in the mini leagues, I do recommend becoming a subscriber. It'd be awesome to have you on board this year, guys. And of course, if I provide no value over the pre-season, then no hard feelings whatsoever. I give you permission to unsubscribe to the channel. I would myself if the content was terrible. Will Depay start? Absolutely. Unless he picks up a rogue injury, he 100% will start. He's been Coman's main man in terms of minutes. Pepe to Walker from -4. I'll just stick with Pepe because he's very good with ball recovery. So even if he concedes, he could rack up a decent score nonetheless. Ruiz or Rodri, I mean, it's incredibly close between the two. I think Rodri is fantastic for ball recoveries. Ruiz is more of an attacking threat. I think I'd probably just be a bit more tempted to go to Ruiz just because it's a bit more exciting. But what I will say to you is Rodri is a very good asset because he does obviously really chalk up ball recoveries. Yes, I think Ruiz is a brilliant choice if you want to go there. Theo Hernandez or Koundé, I've leaned towards Koundé just because of a value perspective, but I do think Theo Hernandez has picked up some really favourable positions on the pitch. And I think if anybody was going to get an assist or a goal in this game, I'd be more inclined to say Theo Hernandez rather than Jules Koundé. Simons or Gundogan, for me, it would be Simons 100%. I went Cucurella and Carvajal, yeah. So basically, I had them from a previous unlimited draft in the round of 16. I just can't really justify selling them right now. So I'm just going to keep them in the team and hope for the best. But we need to remember, we've got auto sub. So worst case scenario, if Spain get destroyed, I'll be bringing in Ake and Walker for day 2. So it really isn't a problem for the team. Differential instead of a Musiala is Sane. Yes, I do agree. For anyone that hasn't seen the Germany lineup, some interesting changes. We've seen David Raum retain his position in the team. We've seen Jonathan Tah come in at centre-back, a good differential at 4.5. And in terms of the attackers, Leroy Sane bringing that dribbling ability to get through the Spain team. I think they are going to isolate Rodri in that midfield and try and run round him because that is his one major weakness, is covering big distances in that team. So I like the Nagelsmann changes. I'm expecting good things from Germany. And I think Sane is a brilliant differential. The one thing I would say is, like a lot of the midfielders, expect an early substitution from him for the likes of Florian Wirtz in the team. Captain for today, Mbappe or Musiala. So I'm leaning towards Musiala just because I think he has more avenues to points. I think he obviously gets an additional point for a goal. He obviously picks up potential ball recoveries. But the more I do think about it, Mbappe up against Cancelo feels like a real good recipe for goals for Mbappe. I don't think Cancelo defensively will be able to live with Mbappe. But it's France in general which are a little bit disappointing in terms of an attacking outfit. So I'm just going for the more free-flowing Germany team in Musiala. But as I said, can I sit here and say to you, Mbappe will not score? The answer is no. This is a world-class player who can turn it on at any stage. We've seen that with a hat-trick in the final of the World Cup. So obviously go against Mbappe at your own peril. But I just prefer the midfielders in the game right now as opposed to the forwards. Yes, I do think it is worth doing a -4 for Mittelstadt to a Holland defender, Netherlands defender, whether it be De Veer, Verge, or Van Dijk, Ake. Don't mind them at all. Raum or Akanji, thanks Nacho from Australia, Benny. Awesome to see you tuning in. Raum or Akanji, I think both teams concede. So on that premise, I'm going to say Akanji just because I think he's better for ball recoveries in that team. And I think David Raum could be susceptible to an early substitution. Captain Koundé, do not mind it at all. If you think France are going to keep a clean sheet, Koundé could be a brilliant differential this week. So I'm not against it. One that I haven't really considered, but I do think it is a good move. Now, guys, I am going to be wrapping up the stream in 2 minutes. So I do apologise. What I will say is this. Team is locked in. You can see it on your screens. I've made 3 free transfers. Marc Guéhi to Jules Koundé. I have sold Sabitzer for Xavi Simons, and I have sold Alvaro Morata for Cody Gakpo. The reason behind the Morata one is just because I don't like him as a player. I can't lie. And also, early substitution in the previous game. For me, the impact that Olmo had on the game, I think we could see some substitutions at times. And I think Morata might be the first to come off. So I want to back Cody Gakpo. And he also gives me a captaincy consideration for the second day if Musiala doesn't deliver. So that is obviously really important. Simons or Ruiz, I prefer Simons myself. Sommer or Pickford, hey, I'm English. I'm going to have to back my boy Pickford. And I still probably would even if I was a neutral, to be honest with you. Spanish player to captain, for me, it would be Nico Williams if I had to go for one. Will Dumfries start Rishav? I would love to sit here and confidently say yes. If I had to bet on it, I would say yes. But we've seen Koeman change that team at times. So you are taking a risk, but I think he'll start. If that means anything to you, then obviously go with that in terms of a confidence pick. Freuler as a differential, don't mind it, but I think there are better options in the game. Carvajal to Trent is a good move if you really want to go there and it's a luxury position for you. Stones, Koundé or De Veer, I would probably rank those as the Dutch defender, Netherlands defender 1, Koundé 2, Stones 3. Cruz or Gundogan, I would lean towards Gundogan myself, but both haven't really been inspirational picks this tournament. Ruiz or Bellingham, I'm going to have to go for my boy Ruiz. My boy Bellingham. Sorry, apologies, my boy Bellingham. I personally would take the -4 to get rid of Mittelstadt because I don't think he'll get much game time, and I think there are good defenders in the game with ball recoverers. I'm looking at Jules Koundé, I'm looking at Saliba, I'm looking at a Van Dijk. One of those kind of solid picks in the team. Simons or Neuer for start. I think you should be looking to start both of those the way that Euro Fantasy works. Gay to Van Dijk or Koundé. I would be going to Van Dijk. Now, guys, anyone that was at the start of the stream will know I set a timer, and unfortunately, that is going to wrap me up. I had to be very tight on my time on this stream. I shouldn't even be here, to be honest with you. So, thanks so much for tuning into the stream, guys. I apologize for it being so rapid fire. Thank you so much for all the support over the last few days with the content. Obviously, no content tomorrow because we need to find out what happens in day 2. But looking at the fixtures and the matches, when is the match for semis? The semis is on the Tuesday, so there will be a video with you Sunday daytime, most likely. So make sure you are subscribed if you're not already. Have an amazing day, guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Sunday. Take care. Cheers, guys.